Everybody, I'm Mike Gillette for criticalbench.com. We're talking about 3 different variables that you can incorporate into your workouts to make your workouts more effective, make each individual exercise a little more challenging. And variable number 2 is something that I refer to as deliberate destabilization. This is basically taking an exercise and diminishing the stability on purpose of that exercise to make that exercise more potent. Now, here's what I mean by that. Take a look at these softballs. Imagine that I'm on the floor and I'm doing push-ups, but I've got my hands placed on these softballs. Now you know that softballs want to do one thing, they want to roll around. So just holding myself up in the top position and making myself not move is going to be challenging. A lot of stabilizer activity is going to be present. I have to hold everything as tightly as possible, and tight means tension. Tension means I'm recruiting more muscle fibers, I'm getting more neurological activation involved in the exercise. So as I come down, I have to keep everything very, very tight to keep from rolling around and come back up again, all while maintaining a good, stable position on an unstable surface. Now, deliberate destabilization can be an effective tool, but you can kind of take it too far in one direction. If you've ever seen anyone on those Bosu balls, those sort of half Swiss balls that sit on the floor, people will stand on those, they'll do weight exercises on them. What you immediately find is you stand on a Bosu ball or some other unstable surface, you have to drastically reduce the amount of load that you're performing an exercise with. Now, why are you doing that exercise in the first place? Now, if you're trying to get strong, there's a point where destabilization can work against you. If you make circus tricks your object, you're going to lose strength. If you make strength the object, you can use techniques like this, but don't get so overwhelmed by how cool they seem or how interesting they are that you're actually doing something that's a waste of time. We would never do heavy squats while standing inside of a canoe. It's the same thing. So use this as a way to amp up your exercises. So deliberate destabilization, putting yourself in an unstable position or a diminished position. Another example of that is if I was doing archer push-ups on the floor. I'm basically taking the load and dispensing it in an asymmetrical way. So I'm putting it over here, so I'm unstable. That means on this side I've got to be really, really tight, and here I've got to really concentrate on balance. Deliberate destabilization, play around with it, incorporate in the exercise where it makes sense, and I think you'll be able to wring a lot more out of your workouts, a lot more out of your equipment. I'm Mike Gillette for criticalbench.com.